Hello my dear viewers, it's Marion, and today I will show you how after some few minutes I will gain money for my monthly rent on my apartment, of course. So with this mission, the moving average and the Keltner channel and the MACD with default settings will help me a lot. So okay. Well, but it will be not a simple challenge, to be honest. I want to switch some indicators between trades because I want to show you more cool combinations that can help you a lot to see clearly good entry points. Without any hesitation, I will look at the first currency pair. We are here with a pretty volatile chart. As you see, the waves are pretty big. Yeah, so we're working with the volatile situation, but nevertheless, let's see what is happening on our current situation. The MACD indicator showed us that there was an anti-section. I suggest that it was this kind of moment, and after that the situation went down not really rapidly, because as you see, we're having short candlesticks with a pretty long wicks. So, and what can I say? Yeah, so $1 is in my investment box, and I will check the situation with call option. So, as you see, the situation is not a simple one. So, and nevertheless, we have our first cool profit. As you see, the trend was trying to stay in the corridor of the Keltner channel. That's because I thought that default settings for the Keltner channel would be suited for us pretty clearly. And yes, I was just right. After that, you see that the MACD was showing us that the green line was trying to lie back again. If I tell you that now I'm giving you your first rewards from trading it's $1,000, will you follow my steps? I believe that you will do. So now, please keep your attention because the source I'm sharing with you is actually a key for your reward. I'm sharing with you the real-time trading signals on my Telegram channel, so all of you can gain this $1,000 just in a few hours of trading and a few clicks. Trades which I'm sharing give up to 9% of profit, so with even $100 you can gain your $1,000 easily. Remember, who doesn't try never gets. So don't waste this opportunity. Follow my Telegram channel, link you will find in the description, and see you there. So it was going like up, and the situation between two lines was narrowing. And yes, it was a pretty sweetie moment. Nevertheless, I read all signals pretty clearly. And let's have a moment in the next currency pair and see whether we will have here the situation also. So pretty volatile downfall of the price, and $2 in my investment box, and let me check the situation with put option. So guys, I'm in a profit. So, and again, you see that we're working with a trend. Another cool example of how you can do it. You see that, yes, I've just seen similar waves and gone with the graphic first of all. And of course, the combination of indicators has showed me pretty good signals to go down in the next 30 seconds. Let's go to the next currency pair. Again, from the first side, I see that we are working with a downfall of the price. So bears work really good. And let me change my investment box, of course, to $4, and I will check it with call option. Pretty sweet moment again. As you see, nevertheless, we have our cool profit. And you see that we were working with this red doji candlestick, and it was for me the signal that the situation has started to be shortening. So I'm talking about candlesticks. And yes, that's because we were working with a pretty short candlestick, And nevertheless, I think the situation will go down for the next few minutes because of the overall moment. So let's have a moment in the next currency pair, the New Zealand dollar and the Canadian dollar. And what I can say, after some downfall of the price, we are looking at the straightforward situation like this. And I think we are working with the developing wave as usual. So the situation in the Keltner channel corridor is narrowing. That's because we need to be really attentive to the signal. So $8 are in my investment box, and I will check the situation with call option. So guys, $15 already in my pocket after just some few minutes, which is very cool. So we are working, as I mentioned before, with the developing wave, as you see. So yes, looking at the previous one, it will go for some few minutes, and nevertheless the corridor channel is narrowing. That's because it will be like a bit smaller than the previous one. Yes, okay, let's have a moment in the next currency pair. Its percentage of payout is really cool. So, and also we see a pretty cool situation again, and it's a pretty rapid downfall of the price. Okay, nevertheless, after this great dodgy candlestick, you see the situation is trying to change. The war between bulls and bears is really taught right over here. Okay, I want to try myself, guys. Really want to try myself. $15 are in my investment box, and I will check the situation with call option. Almost $30 on my balance. Very cool. And yes, as I've mentioned you before, we're working with this cool rebound of the price right over here on your rise. Looking at the MACD indicator, and we see that the green line is trying to go up again. And looking at the Keltner channel corridor in the last few minutes, the situation is narrowing and the bottom line is trying to go up again. That's because we're working with these two green candlesticks. It's really cool. So let's have a moment in the next currency pair. And after some time with the rising of the price, looking at the MACD indicator, we see that the green line is starting to go down. So I think there will be an intersection after some few minutes, but we need to wait a little bit. So nevertheless, I want to try myself in this situation also. Let's have a moment right over here. It's so $29 are in my investment box, and I will check the situation with call option. So $50 already on my balance. So, and yes, we are working with the rising of the price, and anyway right over here because of the pretty tough war between bulls and bears, and we were working with this red dodgy candlestick first of all. And when the trade has just started, I saw that the Keltner channel was showing us that the upper line of the quarter was trying to go up. And nevertheless, yes, bears are still winning, and I've just caught my moment in the next 30 seconds. So, well, a really dangerous situation was right over here. That's because I don't really recommend you to try yourself. If you just begin your journey in trading, let's have a moment in the first currency pair again. So, we are doing the second circle of our session. I'm really excited about it. So still the situation is not really changed. The situation is in the corridor of the Keltner channel. That's because it is really hard to predict whether the price will go. So guys, what I can say, let me first of all change my investment box to $54. I will go today with my all-ins, and we'll check the situation with put option. So it's almost $100 in my pocket, and yes, I just went with the whole situation. I've just predicted that situation will not go up because of its moves. And you see the trend is going straight forward and in the middle of the quarter, firstly. Secondly, I saw that the bottom, the upper lines of the Keltner channel quarter started to narrow again. And yes, that's it. That's how I've managed to gain my money right over here. And let's have a moment in the next currency pair. And okay, let's see, it is still the downfall of the price, and we're still working with the developing wave, as you see, and that's because I will search and look the history and the signals and the indicators, and I'll make my decision. And while making it, let's go to our investment box. I will go like with all in, and of course I will check my investment with put option. So guys, I'm here with my next cool profit, and yes, as you see, as I mentioned before, we're working with the developing wave, and right now the situation is going down. Nevertheless, you see, yeah, there is again the war between greens and reds. It is really tough. Nevertheless, the Keltner channel is showing us that the situation is narrowing again. Let's have a moment in the next pair. So I think I will make my last trade with this combination of indicators, and then we will change it, and let's have a look. So the situation is like that. So I'll change my investment box to $189, and I'll check it with put option. So again, I'm in a profit. So, and you see signals from this great combination of indicators are working for me really cool, because I saw that the Keltner channel, when the trade was going, started to narrow its corridor, and first of all, and then I just saw after that this intersection in the MACD indicator, the green line started to go straight forward, and right now I think for some few minutes it will go down, but we need to wait for this kind of moment. And let me change my, of course, combination of indicators. I will delete the Keltner channel and the MACD, and go to my list of indicators, and I will go with firstly the Bollinger Bands. I will stay with this period and this deviation. Oh yeah, and also I will go with the RSI indicator. Let me have some fun with these settings. So, you see, let's go to the next currency pair, and from the first side I see that the RSI is showing us a pretty interesting situation, because the line is not really going down. So nevertheless, we are working with the downfall of the price, not really rapid. That's because we need to be attentive to this moment, and well, my investment box, like $350 are like in my new investments. So, and I will check the situation with put option. And guys, we are already here with the $650, and I'm really thankful to my combination of indicators, because the Bollinger Bands was showing me that the trend in the last 5 candlesticks, was in the bottom line of the corridor. So the RSI was showing us that the line was trying to go down, and also the moving average was showing us the same signal. So let's get our money in the next currency pair. And yes, I remember the situation, and what can I say? Let me have some moments right over here. After some downfalls of the price, the situation has made a little weight, and I think it still will go, because you see the situation is really interesting, because of the Bollinger Bands indicator that was narrowing right over here. And what can I say? Let me stay here and go with my $650. And what can I say more? Let's check the situation with call option. That's it. Well, guys, I did my aim. I'm really happy. I needed just $1,200 in my pocket, and it was my aim. I'm really thankful, I'm really grateful to my combination of indicators. I really hope you guys that you like this video because of different types of indicators, which is really cool, and how I use it. And if you have some questions, you can ask me them, of course, like in the comments down below. And also you can go to my Telegram channel, of course, where I will share detailed information about like all of them, and also my own free sign-offs. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's meet in another video. Bye.